Yep. Yeah.
Okay, great. So let's call the meeting to order. Nice to see all of you. I understand we have a quorum, which is wonderful. We can start with roll call, and I'm Marty Schwartz.
My name is Bernie Lynch. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Julie DeMarco.
Anthony Calabres.
Nina Chanana.
George James, recording secretary.
Sandra Berman.
Okay, again, welcome everybody. Why don't we all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible.
Justice for all.
Okay, please be seated. Okay, you have received from George the October minutes and the special meeting minutes. Are there any suggested revisions to either of those? Let's start with the October minutes. Anybody have any suggested revisions?
Doesn't look like it.
Okay, it doesn't. Okay, so we'll entertain a motion to approve the October minutes. All in favor? Any opposed? Any abstentions? Okay, the October minutes are approved. And you also should have a copy of the special meeting minutes. You've had an opportunity to review those, I'm sure. Entertain a motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
Okay, second.
I second.
All in favor? Any opposed? Okay, our special meeting minutes are approved. Now moving on to the next item, which is new business, commission leadership. We do have one nomination for chair. I will be rolling off as of today. We also have open the vice chair and secretary. So the one nomination we have is Bernie Lynch. We need nominations for vice chair and secretary. Any recommendations for either of those positions?
Maybe we could approve Bernie.
Well, we will. If we
Yeah,
can't get anybody else for any of the other positions, we'll definitely approve Bernie.
Great, and no pressure.
No.
Taken.
Okay, well, we'll have to, it sounds like we're going to have to continue to work on vice chair and secretary. But I will then entertain a motion to approve Bernie Lynch as chair of the Human Services Commission effective today. Is there such a motion?
Make a motion.
Okay, is there a second?
I second it.
Okay, all in favor? Any opposed? Any abstentions? Hey, Bernie, congratulations.
It was close.
For the second time.
Thank you, guys.
Would you like to take over the meeting from this point?
Marty, please finish on our behalf.
Okay, I will do that. So we have the approval for the 2026 schedule. You should have all received that as part of the agenda. Any concerns with any of those dates?
No.
Okay, so entertain a motion to approve the schedule as set for 2026. Anybody want to move?
I make a motion.
Okay, second.
Seconded.
All in favor? Okay, great. Any opposed? Any abstention? Okay, so we have a schedule for 2026. So now, Julie, the next item is yours to hear, consider, and act on new instructor agreements.
Perfect. So you've got those attached yesterday. These have been approved by the town attorney because it's a policy change or policy updated. That's why it's coming before you. Any substantive changes will have to go back to him for approval, but we haven't had an instructor agreement probably since turn of the century. So we worked pretty diligently, compared it to different other departments and senior centers to see what they have. you'll see, it seems lengthy, but there's one that is for our ongoing instructors who come more than once, and then there's one for those instructors that just come for like a one shot, they're coming for a lecture or something like that. And then the policies, the instructor policies. So that's all included in your packet. Each instructor will get that prior to teaching their class. Any questions?
Is this a change from what existed previously?
We didn't really have anything that existed previously. We had, not that we were loosey-goosey, it just, we didn't have anything in writing, and a lot of it was done by email, and
Oh, okay.
we were comfortable. And you have something with Parks and Rec, that's an instructor agreement, so we just wanted to make sure we had something. This will apply also to our lifelong learners. Not if there's a guest speaker at a, like a support group, or if we have a speaker.
Right.
Is there any difference between these two, really notable?
No, okay. No, one's just a one shot.
Okay.
Any other questions? Entertain a motion to approve the new instructor agreements for one time and for more than one time.
Make a motion.
Okay, second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor? Okay, thank you. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Okay, we now have new instructor agreements. The other item, Julie, was to talk about the intake form for youth social worker.
Yep, so it's actually, I mistyped, it's not an intake form, it's a referral form. So when school social workers or counselors have a student or family they would like to refer to Emily, our youth services social worker, they will fill this out and submit it to Emily so that we have a paper trail, not necessarily a paper trail, just an understanding of what we're looking for, what their referral is. There'll still be a ton of conversation. This was also approved by the town attorney. This is not an intake, but it does have on the second part, the release of information shows she is able to talk to different people involved in that student's life.
Okay. Okay.
And
Any questions regarding this?
if a family is involved in social services and needs financial assistance or campusship, we will our intake form will apply Emily to that. But this is specifically so that she can kind of navigate the school system.
So this is basically for any young person that is seeking assistance.
Right, or-
Yeah.
Or if the schools are concerned with the child, this is what they would do to submit to Emily.
Okay.
Yep, so I would just make a comment as a school social worker who makes referrals. You're saying brief description, but you're asking for observations, dates, and steps taken, and just giving 2 lines. So I think you need to give more space if you really want to know those things. Maybe the reason for referral, maybe you could have that whole long list divided in 2 and have 1 on each side of the page. If you wanted to keep it on 1 page, maybe you could somehow, have half of it.
Just a formatting thing, not a change to the
No,
content. but
schematic,
yeah.
if you're trying to keep it on 1 page, but the brief description, if you're asking for observations and dates and what the
Yeah.
social worker has already done, it's not a lot of room. Just a comment.
Yep, it doesn't have to be 2 pages, 1 page, so I can.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's great.
Julie, is it possible to indicate that you please feel free to attach additional sheets of paper if you wish?
Definitely.
That's a good idea.
Yep. Great. Yep.
Okay. Okay, any other comments in regard to the intake form?
Bernie does.
Just a quick question.
Sure.
To Julie.
Yeah.
Does the social worker need a referral to speak to students?
No,
Okay.
but we would need a release. A student can contact her directly.
That's
She's working with youth
Okay.
services on the town youth council.
a lack of a referral won't prevent an exchange.
Exactly.
Social worker.
Exactly.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sure, absolutely. Any other questions or comments regarding the intake form? If not, we will entertain a motion to approve with the one, if we want to consider it a revision.
Motion to approve.
Okay, all in favor? Any opposed? Any abstentions? Okay, the motion carries.
Great.
An easy group today. Moving on to old business, Nina, Board of Health.
Yeah, meeting was January 12th. Sands is back as director. Feeling good, he's getting around. So he showed us some data on the flu peak, which was the biggest spike was the end of December. And according to the state, they did not think that it was anywhere near finishing up. They think there was going to be sort of a continued high. That was a couple weeks ago. But one of the commissioners is an ER doc, and he said observationally it's gotten much better. Town just completed 4 modules. I think you guys must have done this cybersecurity training. Food staff certification was done. He showed us some information on the measles and sort of where that stands right now. There's been one case in Connecticut, as we all know, that was originated in Trumbull at on the school, Christian Heritage School. But they track this by clusters, which is usually how measles works. And since the onset, there have been 45 clusters in the US, resulting in 3 individual deaths. And I guess the CDC now has to decide if it needs to be reclassified as not in control. So right now, it does not have that definition applied to it. He talked about his role on the board of condemnation. 11 properties are involved in that, and 2 of them, they've been working closely with the town attorney. I think a lot of it is around the negotiation of fines. So that's a lot of the fighting that happens back and forth. They talk about the Safe Street Alliance group. I think I'd mentioned to you that they'd had a really successful event in December. So they're looking to repeat that. And they got 2,000 responses from their community survey, using that information to inform their activities and future projects. They're going to try and put together a short video to show to middle school students about e-bike and scooter safety. That seems to be one population that they have a lot of concern for in terms of safety on the streets. And now in February, they're prepping for Heart Month, Know Your Numbers, the blood pressure, AIC, and BMI. And they're doing a CPR challenge, hands-only CPR challenge. And I don't think they've quite worked out what they're going to do, but they want to get a lot of people engaged in that. That was it.
I had heard that the flu has peaked or is just about to peak, so hopefully, fingers crossed, that's the case. But yeah, thank you very much for that.
Yeah, the website he showed us was really cool. It's very graphic, easy to see. I think it was through the cdc.gov/flu review or flu view. So anybody can see it.
Okay. And again, regarding CDC recommendation, I suppose that the state of Connecticut can't make any recommendation that would be opposed to that of the CDC were interested in doing so in regard to vaccinations for measles and flu vaccines and things like that.
I think our Department of Public Health can make their own recommendations.
Okay.
From what I understand, statewide.
Okay, well, that's interesting. At this point, though, nothing more has transpired with that.
The new vaccination schedule for kids. Is that what you're referring to? Yeah. Not that I've heard.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Nina. Really appreciate that.
Of course.
And departmental update, Julie.
Great. So So we have a few things. We had a training yesterday that was a tabletop exercise for our region of emergency planners. And it was created in October and it was about an Arctic blast and an ice storm and shutting down the town. So super timely.
Yeah.
And that was great. We had a couple of tables of Fairfield people there and two of the, not necessarily highlights, but two of the important pieces were if the town opens a shelter because of a storm, a lot of the discussion was around ICE and their ability to go in to a shelter and if they're allowed to or not. And they're allowed to go only so far, I guess, in like the lobby area, and that's as far. And they can't just come in to look, but they have to, if they're looking for somebody in particular, they need to be able to have that name or a photo or a description of that person, and then before they can enter. Very helpful.
Good to know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something else. No,
Anything
I'll
else?
go back to- yeah, there was, but I can't remember what it was right this second. The other thing is we had our first community resilience model training through LifeBridge. As you know, they receive a lot of money from the town, and Community Services, Anthony made an arrangement for them to do a monthly, it's called CREM training, where it's this community resilience model. It was attended by maybe 45 or 50 people. It'll be monthly. The next one is on February 10th, I believe, or 11th.
I signed up, yeah, I think it's the 11th.
It's about 2 hours. If anybody is interested, it's free.
Yeah.
We are continuing with the Veterans Coffee House. It's the third Tuesday of the month, so it was this week at the Penfield Pavilion. I think this was the most attendance of them so far. It's building, and it's that it was January and they got good attendance. It's a great thing. Anthony went for Select Woman, John Wayne went, whole crowd, and veterans.
There were veterans. It's good.
Emily is completing her needs assessment for youth services and identifying gaps and areas that the town can work. I would love to invite her, come maybe March or April. She's presenting it to the PTA council in February. I'd love her to come February or March to present to us what her findings were. Just figure out that schedule. The first, Galen Brown is a community services coordinator and is working with the senior center to provide programming. And one of her first programs, so quarterly, she is going to arrange for a program to happen at the Penfield Pavilion that's open not only to Fairfield seniors, but to our surrounding communities, so that they can all go meet, mix, mingle. The first one's in February. It's a Valentine's tea. Art music, great food. And I think she's getting pretty good feedback and a lot of signups because it's a charge, but we shared it with all of our senior center colleagues. Budget is done and in. Those hearings start, but I'll keep you posted.
Yeah,
I think that might be it. Any questions?
I do, but it's going way back. Are there certain buildings approved for the emergency shelters, like pre-established?
Yeah, schools. If we have a shelter, it's Ludlow High School, yeah. We can be a warming center, the Parks and Rec, the library. Because we don't have showers or a cooking kitchen. We can't provide that space overnight.
Any other questions? Julie, thank you for that comprehensive report. Any other items anyone from the commission wishes to bring up?
If I may.
Yeah, sure.
Two quick ones. I was on the receiving end of an email from I don't know who, but it might have been suggested by someone in Human Services to participate in an organizing call
Yes.
for a group called COACT, which stands for Commissions on Aging of Connecticut.
Yes.
I did participate in the call, not fully attentive for the full 2 hours, but I was there for most of it. And it's a commission of volunteers associated with aging service providers throughout Connecticut, statewide. It seems to be initially under the auspices of the local agencies on aging, ours being SWACA. And they're just looking to get established. They're going to distribute a report on the meeting, which I will, once I will make available. And my anticipation is that they'll be looking for volunteers throughout the various providers throughout Connecticut.
Are there areas they're focusing on?
No,
in particular?
statewide.
Okay.
And the organizers seem to be from more northeast.
Yeah.
And the initial focus, I think, tends to be, at least on the poll of their participants, on facilities, senior
Senior living facilities, Bernie?
Sorry?
Senior living facilities or?
Yes, housing for seniors is on their list, but their initial, I think one of the things that emerged in their poll is senior center facilities, how they're organized. Some towns don't have one.
Right.
Apparently an issue,
Yeah.
or it would be an issue.
Yeah.
So more to come is what I anticipate.
Thanks for doing that.
I'm not gonna try to name names about who got me involved in that, but.
Appreciate it. So proud of you.
Yes.
I do know
What'd
a
you get
couple
for
people
opening
at
your-
SWACA, so that might have been.
You never open your emails.
And secondly, Marty, if this truly is your last meeting as chair, I think I'll take the lead in just thanking you for the service you've provided for 2 years. Two consecutive terms.
My pleasure. Thank you. I've enjoyed working with all of you. I'll still stay on the commission.
Of course, and we're
but just not
delighted.
as chair. And I'm looking forward to Bernie taking over the lead.
But anyway, I know the commission accomplished an awful lot under your chairmanship, so thank you for that.
Well, thank you for saying that. Yeah. Any other items?
Yes.
Really?
I just wanted to mention that we have 2 vacancies on the commission that we're going to try to fill. Cheryl Lynch is no longer able to serve, and Joe Krejci is now on the Shellfish Commission. So the town will post notice for it. I did reach out to a few people from the Commission on Disabilities to see if they would be interested, but I haven't yet, and they have to go through the proper vetting process.
Sure. Okay. No, that's a great idea. Well, hopefully we'll fill those positions really quickly. Great seeing all of you. Bernie, again, congratulations. I've enjoyed very much being chair over the past 2 years, and hope all you guys stay very warm there in Connecticut.
Oh, yeah, you're gonna miss this tomorrow morning.
Okay. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Is there a second?
Yeah.
Okay, we
You
are
jumped right
adjourned.
at it.
Thank
Thanks,
you
Marty.
again, everybody.
All done.
See ya. Thanks.
Bye-bye.